Sticks. Good. Action.
Hey guys, BookNet here. Another book to talk about today, and hopefully I can get through it because it was pretty emotional, and I'm sure most of you guys out there might have already heard of it or read it. But it is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This book I couldn't not help hearing about anywhere, whether it was about the book or the movie being made. To me, in like the book world, going online and talking about books, this was unavoidable. And I kind of already knew what it was about and knew that it might be kind of a tough, sensitive read, but I went for it because everybody was like, you have to do it, it's so good, and they were right. And it's not only like good to read because they're making a movie, and it's not only good because everybody just said it was, it really is. And John Green is a really good writer, and he did an awesome job with it. But it's about a young girl, Hazel, who has terminal cancer. She's got tumors in her lungs, and from a miracle medical procedure, she takes this drug that helps keep the tumors in the same size. So she's never going to be cured of cancer. It's always kind of known to her and her family that she will eventually die from the disease, but her life has been prolonged right now, and it becomes kind of a waiting game. She goes to a support group for kids, and there meets a young man named Augustus. And Augustus had bone cancer in his leg, and he is now in remission, so he's all clear and doesn't have cancer. And they basically kind of, have a lot in common. They basically feel the same way as far as their disease and life, and also how other people treat them and their disease, which is sometimes a little different from all the other kids in the group, and that's kind of why they bond so well. And going into it just with that synopsis, you kind of have to think that at some point I must be getting my heart broken, because these characters are so great and they're written so well that you really kind of feel for them, and you can almost kind of feel what they're going for. But it does take some, twists and turns and some, emotional ups and downs for sure, I think you can say. It wasn't even so much what happens or the endings. For me, the most emotional parts and the things that kind of lasted with me the longest were just little tiny scenes and the way they were written that really made me feel that I knew exactly how this person was feeling at that moment, even when I've never experienced anything like that, so I don't honestly know. But he wrote it so real, and it didn't make me feel like I was just reading about someone else's story. It actually makes you feel that you know what they're going through. He just explains their emotions so well that it feels so real. And it was a good book and an easy read, but it was tough. And a lot of times it was really tough. And tough because you knew you were kind of almost walking into a trap liking these characters as much as you do. And I'd recommend it to anybody. Everybody has to read it. It's, a very romantic love story. Kind of, it's like the ultimate star-crossed lovers, even more so than Romeo and Juliet. And everybody will like it. And that's kind of what I found out, is that's why everybody online was talking about how good it was and how you have to read it. And you do. You have to be ready for what's going to happen. And I know I wasn't at first. When I kind of finished the book, I had conflicting thoughts as to whether I liked it or didn't, and sitting on it a while and constantly thinking of it even days after I read it, I kind of realized that I did really like it, but didn't want to admit it because in some ways it kind of hurt. I was mad at it. I didn't like how it made me feel at some points, and kind of realized that probably was the point. And that means that the point came across to me, and that means that the author really kind of got what he was trying to say, and he said it well. So I definitely recommend it to anybody, and, just have some tissues with you. But there's a lot of funny moments, too, a lot of good times, and in the end, it does really make you appreciate the whole story of Hazel and Augustus. And like I said, they are making a movie out of it, which is probably also going to be tough to watch, but it seems like the author's really involved hands-on on what's going on in the movie, and because of the topic that it's about, I think people are going to take it really seriously, and, they're going to want to make it a really good movie, and I'm excited to see more information about the production and watch the movie. But yeah, go read The Fault in Our Stars. You won't regret it, and it's the only book I'm going to talk about in this video because it kind of deserves to be on its own, okay guys? So go out, pick this up, go read it, get some tissues, and, maybe have a friend read it with you so you guys can talk about it later on and kind of hug. So go read. Bye, guys.